Donald Trump's surprising flip on Bitcoin is turning heads, and it might just send shockwaves through the crypto world. Once a staunch critic, Trump is now one of the most vocal supporters of Bitcoin, just as he's poised to take office again. With his presidency potentially sparking a major crypto boom in 2025, excitement and speculation is already building. But what made Trump change his tune on cryptocurrency? And more importantly, how could this impact the market? Before we dive into what lies ahead, let's rewind to Trump's recent statements on Bitcoin and where he stands on crypto overall. His words might just hint at what's coming next.
This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world. Upon taking office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and Crypto Presidential Advisory Council. If I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. We'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman.
Here's something that could shake up the crypto world. Donald Trump has made it clear he wants to fire SEC Chair Gary Gensler. Why? Gensler has been notoriously aggressive in cracking down on crypto, and Trump, in true Trump fashion, is all about loosening up regulation. With Gensler out of the picture, the stage would be set for a massive shift in how the U.S. handles digital assets. But that's not all. Trump is also backing a major piece of legislation, the Bitcoin Act of 2024. Introduced by Senator Lummis, this bill could be a game changer for the crypto market. Now here's where things get interesting. If you look at page 2 of the bill, it proposes that the U.S. government start buying and storing large quantities of Bitcoin as part of a strategic reserve, designed to hedge against economic uncertainty and strengthen the country's financial position. The plan? The government would buy up to 200,000 Bitcoins per year over the next 5 years, which could total up to 1 million Bitcoin. Imagine what that could do to the price of Bitcoin. We're talking about a potential skyrocketing effect, pushing the value into hundreds of billions, possibly even trillions of dollars. And here's the kicker. While $1 trillion investment in Bitcoin might sound like a jaw-dropping figure, for the U.S. government, it's really just a drop in the bucket when you consider their annual deficit spending of around $2 trillion. So, where will the money for this Bitcoin buying spree come from? That's the billion, or rather trillion-dollar question, and it's one we'll be keeping a close eye on. So how exactly will the U.S. fund this massive Bitcoin buying spree? Simple. The Federal Reserve, working hand-in-hand with the federal government, will likely print more fiat currency, creating U.S. dollars out of thin air to buy Bitcoin. It sounds wild, but how else could they do it? Under this program, the Bitcoins acquired would be held for a minimum of 20 years, securing them for the long haul. Now let's talk about who's already holding Bitcoin. The United States is actually the top government holder with around 213,000 Bitcoin, most of which came from seizures related to illegal activities. But globally, countries and governments combined only hold about 529,000 Bitcoin. That's just 2.5% of all Bitcoin in existence. And here's where things get really interesting. Remember, the bill is proposing to buy up to 1 million Bitcoin. Right now, there are just under 20 million Bitcoin in circulation, with only about 1 million more that will ever be created. That means 94.6% of all Bitcoin has already been issued, and there will only ever be 21 million total. The supply is capped. So with Trump's backing and growing Republican support, the Bitcoin Act is gaining serious momentum. But it's not just the Republicans. This bill is starting to get love from the Democrats too. Congressman Rowe is a prime example, as he's been working to rally support within his party. The tide is turning, and bipartisan backing could mean big things for Bitcoin's future. That's the latest on Trump and the Bitcoin Act. Now I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and as always, I appreciate your support. Have an amazing day.